Hello, on this channel we talk information systems without coding. My name is Hans. Today I will build a small information system that will help me get new ideas on training models. So I always find it hard to get the ideas to do the training samples to show you what how to model and how to express yourself. So I thought it would be a good idea to do a small sample to show how you would go about doing ideas, getting ideas. So I'm going to do an idea that is based on nouns. And let's do this like a many-to-many association. So we're going to change this to 0 ... star so that one noun can be used in multiple ideas and one idea can be based on multiple nouns. And once we have that, we can do the auto forms to have something to show those classes and the objects that will be instantiated from those classes. But let's just start it up to see that we're running. So we don't have any ideas or any nouns. Okay. So let's do a view to import nouns. So it's gonna be the class noun, but we're gonna have a global action to bring this view up. And let's put a text field where we can put in the words that we want to import. I'm going to put those words into a variable that we don't have, so we define it, v nouns to import. And I'm going to put an action button below that actually does the import. So there are many ways to do imports, and we can do import of complex tab separated data using seekers to look up existing objects to update things. But I think that's too advanced and that's not really what we don't want to do now. But when you get the need to do this, there's plenty of information on the wiki that you can find. What we want to do is actually quite simple, I think. We want to use the nouns to import a long string of nouns that probably will be broken up by carriage returns. Well, let's see. Can we find a list of nouns on the internet that we can use? "50 most used nouns." Okay, let's start with this one. So the idea is that we just copy these and paste them into here, and as we see, they are broken up by new lines. So there's an operator split that we can use to split it on \r, which is the carriage return. And we need to convert it to an array of characters because the split operator works on characters and not the string. And for each of the resulting words in the split, we will do something. And what will we do? Well, we want to create a new noun, and we want to assign the new noun the word property of that noun, the value of the imported or the split string. So let's try this. Okay, we get something because we see the dirty state of the application has changed. It offers us to save, but we don't know what we got really, so that's a limitation that we can fix by adding a grid to list all the nouns, all instances of the nouns, and we will add a column to the grid to show the word that it sees. Like that. Saving, and let's redo it. Now we see that we actually only got one row, but we expected one row per noun. So there's something wrong. Maybe it's not the carriage return, maybe it's the new line that we need to split on. I'm gonna change it to that. Test again. Oh, that's looks better. It's gonna save that. So now we have a lot of noun objects in our model. Let's do a new view to create ideas. And put a table here, grid that shows all idea objects in the system, idea all instances, and we're gonna have the description as the column in that grid. And we will need a button to create a new one. And the button should take the idea class and the operator create. And in this list we have all ideas, and what we want to do is to get the details on one of the selected ideas. So we're going to add a nested single link in the grid to get to the selected idea in the grid. So this is the description of the selected idea, and from the selected idea we can list all the based on nouns that we have available in the model. And let's show the word in that grid, the noun word. So like that, and let's have a button to randomize one of the existing nouns to add it to this idea. Okay, so we're gonna implement this expression, but maybe we should just see that it works first. So I add a global action to bring up the view and create a new idea, and I can type something in here. Add a random noun. Doesn't do anything yet because we didn't put any expression in here. So noun all instances. Between all the nouns that we have, the noun objects, we will take 1 with the @0 operator. The @0 operator is 0 based. There's also an operator that's 1 based, but let's use the @0. So x, we need to define x. Which one are we going to take? So we need to know how many nouns there are in total, and we do a integer random on the total number of nouns. Now we have x, and then we want to add them to the based on. So the one noun that we got, we want to add that to the ideas based on association, and we do that with the add operator. Okay, that didn't work. How come? Yeah, we added the expression for the button on the wrong level, and it's up here, but it should be on the idea that we have selected. So we move it, no, not there. We should move it to the idea, not the noun. Over here it should be. And once we press the button, we pick one of the nouns and add it to the association that is the based on association that is shown. Can do this a little bigger to show a bit more. Money, place, program. Okay. So what's the idea for money, place, program? Well, I'm gonna build a system that keeps track of plan of action and how and where. Yeah, and where it will happen, and what it will cost. So I see here also that the description of all ideas pushes the grid as I type, so that wasn't very nice. So I'm gonna consider how to fix this expression. Let's cut the string with a substring operator and make it a fixed size. So we're gonna take it from the first character to, let's say, 50, and put some suffix behind it. So I think that will be better. I can jump around between the outer forms. Let's create a new one. Area, job, month. Sort of almost the same. What job to do in what area and when. Yeah, maybe I have too few nouns. Work, world, Mr. Water, stateroom. Yeah, not the kind of spread that I had hoped for. So let's head back to, maybe we should import more nouns. Area, room, story, place, part. And then we have the time again in year. So let's import a few more nouns. Okay, 400 nouns. Maybe that will give us a better spread on the ideas. let's take these. So we import those and save that. Now let's see if we can get any better ideas. Okay, I don't know. What do we do? Okay, let's try it. So support, yeah, I guess people taken from the Mr. I don't, is that even a noun? Yeah, to write notes on their doubts about bread that gives them pleasure. That will be a good challenge to do a information system on that. So we're gonna do that on the next video. Stay tuned. Thank you very much for listening.